Okay, back. It has been quite a long time before we haven't talked about any trades, and in this video we will look at the RSI indicator and seeing how you can use and what information does the RSI indicator gives to you. But before we start, we will have a look a little back on the history, what we have done so far. We have created 3 groups, budget groups, and you can see all of them are profitable with just 2 losses and more than 100 positive trades. We have created 1 bot in earlier videos like 12 days ago, which is 69 positive trades and 1 negative trade. We should and we could take a look at them, and let's see what do they have, what have we got so far. So we have 1% there, nearly 0.5%, a little bit more there and here, small targets, many trades, and we have made an average of 0.61% and $16.52 using nearly $24 to $40 on a trade. So overall it's quite nice. And now let's get back to the chart. So we'll be looking at Bitcoin hourly chart. We will be preparing some data, but I'll talk about more about what is the RSI indicator, where can you find him. So first of all, you need to open the indicators section. You need to just type RSI, and it's called the relative strength index. I will not talk about mathematics, what is it actually telling you and what is the point of view, but I will talk about the idea. The idea is that it uses the oscillator. It bounces from 0 to 100. It has 120, but it's basically from 0 to 100 and only. And it points out to whether the price is relatively oversold or relatively overbought or relatively oversold. So what does this actually indicate you? It indicates you that you can have a quick analysis of whether the price is somewhere in the bottom or where the price is somewhere up high, relatively speaking, and comparing into candles. The RSI is calculated by the candle green and red sizes, and therefore it calculates the relative position of the price. So basically right here we have really long and many red candles, therefore the RSI is below, it's below the so-called 30 zone. The 30 is, everything what is below the 30 is understood as oversold, or in my case I will call it, it's understood as price is relatively low. So in all trading strategies, well, not all, but most of them, people tend to buy low and sell high. So this indicator absolutely can help you to understand whether the price is relatively high or relatively low. Now let's look at a couple of positions. Now the weak side of this indicator is that it does not show you the precise history that was occurring. So right here you see a huge doji, another doji, but a wick really low. And you would only see this in the history only when you are watching the price action. So when the closing candle was below here. So in my case, I would point out that this would be somewhere RSI below 10, below 12. At this candle, RSI could be really low. It could drop really low. The same as here. It could drop really low, but you don't see on the history. The history only looks at the closing price, which would be right here. So this is the weakest spot. So it's actually really difficult to backtest something with your naked eye if you're looking only on the RSI indicator and what it has done on the history. The same as here. Maybe it dropped a little bit below 30, but you don't see it on the history of this indicator. So this is the one of the most important thing. And as we were talking in the previous videos, I showed you that we actually made an RSI double bottom bot, and it's actually really nice to backtest such strategies, and you see that such a strategy actually works profitable. But the toughest part is if you're doing manual trading, you would not be able to actually pick up these small drops to actually get beneficial trades. Like, for example, if you were to buy somewhere around here and sell it at normal area, you could make up to 1.8%. The same applies to somewhere here. You could just in maybe in a couple of it's 2 days and 2 hours, you could actually get 2 trades, really valuable trades. So this is actually really beneficial that you have an automated trading. You find a strategy and then you use it. So for example, like this bot was buying when RSI 1 minute is below 20 and RSI 5 minute is below 30. So this bot is using 2 RSI pairs, 2 RSI indicators. Now that's the second thing which I want to talk about, is comparing and using many indicators together. Now this is really important. So simple alone indicator would not give you the high quality, always valuable signals. It will not give you. Single indicators are used to just, okay, also the RSI is low, because there are some people that follow RSI more seriously and some do not. Therefore the RSI can have some impact, or maybe a little bit less impact on most of your trades, but it will not have a complete and always right impact. So it has to be used of maybe in sake of probability, that maybe 10 out of 20 trades will end up positive, or maybe 25 out of 30 trades will end up positive, and then you need to plan your risk, and then maybe it could turn out to be a profitable strategy. But right here, what I want to point you out, another thing is that you could actually get a positive signal out of here. Now let's open 2 charts. One will be, let's say, hourly chart, and the second will be 5-minute chart. Let's just look at hours and 5 minutes. Let's just have a look at them. So as you can see, hourly chart is getting better on the RSI, but 5-minute chart looks that it's not anymore RSI low. So let's just open again, indicators, RSI, and it's not anymore. It was low around here, but it's not anymore low on the 5-minute chart. So anything that is not low on the 5-minute chart is high, and therefore has a higher potential of price to fall down. So in my opinion, in my suggestion, if you were to use the RSI indicator, it's really necessary. It can become really beneficial if you use 2 indicators mixed together. Let's say you were to use 1 hour low, let's say 1 hourly chart below 30, and 5-minute chart below 30, 39. Oh, maybe let's look at 3-minute chart. And 3-minute chart, it's like here, 3-minute chart below 30. So hour below 30 and 3-minute chart below 25. And now you were thinking how much it will give you profit, and how can you actually know how much you will earn. And that's why the trader.AiCoinPal platform offers you a really great opportunity. And this opportunity is called simple. It's just backtesting. So we will just create a simple backtest, and we'll call it RSI 1 hour below 30, RSI 3 minutes below, let's just use a 20, let's just use 25 and 20 to make it a more lower price action. So ATC, let's use it on Ethereum, And now here are a couple of things you need to check out. We'll use a 0.5% target and a 3% stop loss. Now we need to just add the indicators. RSI, they all already are suggesting by themselves 25. RSI close state 1. Alright, 3 minutes below 20. So I will just tell you what did I just type in right here, and it's RSI close state. And what do I mean by closing is while still this candle is bouncing up and down, it's known as close state. Open state is basically the previous candle's closing state. So as you can see right here, also in the indicator, the price is going up, down, up, down, up, down. So this may come in handy in this situation where the price had a wick down. So you can see the candle right here is high, the RSI is high, but the candle went really, really low. Maybe even lower than this point right here. So actually there was a trading signal right here, but you don't see it on the history chart. So as you can see right here, the RSI gets higher and higher and higher. So this is the closing state. Closing states can help you to point out and get these wicks. The opposite to it is open state, and if you want to backtest on the open state, you just don't type it. Don't just delete the closing state. And now let's submit our backtest, and we will just wait for it to fulfill. Okay, and the other thing about RSI is, if you're looking for the price to be relatively low, you should also be avoiding a price that is relatively high. So we will create this in another backtest. But if you are looking, for example, in the daily Bitcoin chart, in the daily chart, you can see the RSI is actually really, really high. On 1 hour chart, on 3 minute chart, it's low, but on the daily chart, it's actually really, really, really high. And here it hit itself against 70. Maybe it was a little bit more because of the wick, but everything that is high has a greater risk of falling down. So basically what I want to tell you is that it would be much beneficial that you place your order somewhere around here, where the daily RSI is, let's say, nearly below 40, not around here where the daily RSI is basically above 50. So if you got that, if you got my idea about this, that maybe you also would understand that maybe we need to also fill in the backtest that our daily RSI should be and needs to be below 50, maybe below 50, maybe below 60, maybe below 30. We will have a look at that in a moment when our backtest has been calculated. So we need to wait for that. Alright, so I'll come back when the backtest is fulfilled, and then let's have a look. 3 hours open. We have established a trading bot that is double RSI bottom that I showed just a couple of moments ago, and let's just look, where did that bot bought our deal 3 hours ago. Let's shift to 5 minute chart. It bought itself 902. So as you can see, the bot did actually pretty good. It bought somewhere, we need to shift in smaller time frame. Let's use 3 minutes. It bought somewhere, it bought here. Actually, it bought in a pretty good place. You can see the downfall. However, the target didn't reach. We had a highest point of 0.12. The target didn't reach. So then the market was going up, down, and now it's starting to doing some kind of a seemingly uptrend, and maybe it will go somewhere here, and maybe it will close down positive. And thus then another of our bot strategies is playing out nicely. but we are not sure. We don't know yet. Let's look at our backtest. Okay, now that our backtest is done, we see the backtest results, and they are not sufficient or sophisticated for us because we have only a total profit of 0.90% on the hundreds and hundreds of nearly 200 of trades. However, while we were looking at the trades here on the Bitcoin indicators, I was seeing that maybe we can change something. Maybe we can add a little bit lower the RSI, add a little bit lower the 30 minutes to 18, and maybe we should add, as I was talking earlier, RSI close state on day below 50. Maybe we need to do a little bit minor changes to reduce the top. We don't buy at the higher tops. However, on each update, on each indicator we add, we will lose trade count. But overall, we could end up having more and more, let's say, better strategy, and then we can just use it on all markets, or maybe most of the markets, like Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, and etc. Okay, so now let's wait again until the backtest is completed, and then I will show you and then we will see how the results are getting when we reduce the RSI bottoms lower and lower and lower. Okay, as we can see now, the results got better. They just got a little or slightly better. So, in conclusion of this video, we'll talk about basics of the RSI, a little bit downwards, a little bit like downsides, a little bit upsides, and I hope this video showed you an insights of how you can actually use it, how you can backtest your strategies, and if you have any questions, you just write them on live chat. Write your question here, and this was it for this video. And remember, our best strategy was RSI 1 minute below 20, RSI 5 minutes below 30, and a positive green candle. So let's just, in the end of this video, let's add this positive green candle. Let it be positive. Let it be a positive candle. Just a quick tip for you guys at the end of this video. Okay, so the backtest is finished, and as you can see right now, we had a much better result. So when we add a positive green candle, it gives us the opportunity that we like we look down here on this chart. The RSI is low already. The RSI is low already here, but buy only when there's a green candle. Buy only then when a green candle appears. So that indicates that the market seemingly or slightly has turned around and started to move upwards. So this is the major indicator that the major strategy or the major indicators using the RSI together that turned out backtests to be positive. Not many trades, but we have a positive backtesting strategy. So I hope this video, guys, to you was beneficial, and you can see that normally we don't have good results, but when we think about a little bit, then we have better and better results. So okay, that was it for this video. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for the next videos. Bye.